The Miami Heat traveled to Boston to take on the Celtics. The Heat have been struggling lately, but they did not struggle late last night in the game when they got huge buckets from a lot of contributors: Lowry, Strus, Butler. Jalen, what sort of a message did Miami send last night in Boston?
So just think about what you did there, my brother. You acknowledged depth. So Pat Riley is about winning at all costs respectfully. And he's done it basically at each stage that he's been during his NBA career. And one of the things I noticed about the Miami Heat over the last couple of years, when the Heat made the finals, he was also paying attention to the other top players who were making an impact on other teams. So he's like, okay, PJ Tucker, Milwaukee Bucks, let's do this. Hey, Kyle Lowry, Toronto Raptors, let's do this. Morris from the Lakers, let's do this. Because he's gonna build within on the roster already. Hey, Duncan Robinson, take you from being undrafted to a rotation player with a big deal. You mentioned Strus, the same exact thing. He had a couple of big blocks late. He was playing terrific, playing quality minutes. And I didn't even talk about the productivity of their best players, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, which is gonna make it matter the most. And the defensive end is where, in particular, they locked down the Celtics. Maybe the last, 4 or 5 minutes, Boston only scored 6 points. And Jason Tatum had 2 of those points. And so as we look at the Eastern Conference standings and as teams start to jockey for a position, you can't underestimate that the Miami Heat won the Eastern Conference with this basic core group of players and Eric Spoelstra on the sideline just 2 seasons ago.
I'm glad you brought up the Miami Heat's defense, because the Celtics are known as one of the best defensive teams we've all heard since January. They've been the best team defensively in the league. But it was Miami last night who really locked up at the end, forcing Tatum and Brown to take tough shots like that one. In the playoffs, when the game slows down, will this be a recipe to sort of trouble the Boston Celtics offensively?
So I just want to make sure I acknowledge something for head coach Ime Udoka and the Boston Celtics, led by Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And by the way, I'm glad people are now recognizing something I've said years ago, that Marcus Smart is actually their best passer. When you look at his body type and his defensive prowess and the toughness that he plays with, you underestimate the fact that he actually has soft hands. He made some really good passes in that game yesterday. But for the Boston Celtics, when you lose Robert Williams, that's your chance legitimately to win the East. And I know there's a chance he may come back in a few weeks, but I'm going to judge the Boston Celtics from the team I saw from January 1st until he got injured. And they catapulted themselves to be the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference before he went down. But obviously without him, look at the top 3 teams: Bam Adebayo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid. You ain't beating those teams without Robert Woods.
It will be very difficult to beat those teams without Robert Williams.